friends, welcome to YouTube channel Ask CARRA. This channel is dedicated to series of short videos on important topics covering various legislations, laws, amendments and notifications. The topic for the day is new GST return forms. 31st GST Council meeting had recommended introduction and implementation of new GST return system in a phased manner from October 2019 onwards. This is also part of Ease of Doing Business initiative of Government. GST Ret 1 will be the main return. It will replace GSTR 3B. There will be two annexures to it, GST Annex 1 and GST Annex 2. GST Annex 1 will be a declaration of A. Outward supplies, B. Inward supplies attracting reverse charge, C. Details of import of goods and services. GST Annex 2 will be auto-populated by the supplier and will be needed to be verified by the recipient. Categorization of the taxpayer has been made based on the turnover. Large taxpayer is defined as having aggregate annual turnover of in previous financial year being greater than 5 crores. Small taxpayer is one whose aggregate annual turnover in previous financial year is up to 5 crores. New taxpayer, the aggregate annual turnover is considered as nil. The important point to note here is what is aggregate turnover. Aggregate turnover is defined under section 2 subsection 6 of CGST Act. This implies aggregate value of all taxable supplies, exempt supplies, export of goods or services or both, and interstate supplies of persons having same PAN number. This is computed on all India basis. Small taxpayers. The main reason for introduction of the new forms was to give benefit for the small taxpayer. The small taxpayer will be able to choose the type of form depending on the supplies made by them. In case of normal return, that is GST Ret 1, it will be covering all types of supplies and the taxpayer will have the option to file monthly or quarterly returns. Sahaj return will be covering only B2C transactions. Sugam return will be B2C and B2B transactions only. Both Sahaj and Sugam will be quarterly filings. One important point to note here is exporters, SEZ units, suppliers to e-commerce operators are not eligible to file Sahaj or Sugam. Ret 2 and Ret 3, these are not applicable for importer of goods or services or recipient of ISD credit. First time returns, GST Ret 1 will be filed in January 2020, both by large taxpayer and small taxpayer, while GST Annex 1, which will be mainly for uploading of outward supplies, the large taxpayer will start it from October 2019, while for small taxpayer the quarterly return for October to December quarter will be filed in January 2020. Moving on to the last slide. Other key features of the new GST return forms are the taxpayer has to select the periodicity of the return based on the turnover. Payment of monthly taxes will be based on self-declaration in form GST PMT 08. The taxpayer will have the option to file nil return via SMS. Invoicing details uploaded by supplier, they can be viewed by the recipient on real-time basis for appropriate action like lock, reject, marking the invoice. Amendment concept, which was never there, has been introduced. In this, 2 amendment returns are allowed for each taxpayer. Thank you friends. Please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you.